This video is made with love. Any hate you say can and will be used against you in a court of logic. Alright YouTube, here's how things are going to work from now on. I'm going to be making videos based on logic, and you're going to follow these videos based on logic. You know why? Because logic is wonderful. You're going to share these videos because they're so chock full of logic that you just can't help. Because logic is not like vitamin C. If you take an overdose of it, you will die. So you have to pass it along to not die. So, the basis of these videos is going to be facts. I'm going to be pounding out facts. I'm going to be pounding them hard, I'm going to be pounding them fast. And I'm not going to stop pounding these facts until you come over to my side and see the logic. First video is going to be about teen sexuality. This thing just annoys me. This whole sex thing annoys me. Why? Because it's annoying. I'm just going to say that arbitrarily. Because I've been with my girlfriend for 2.5 years. And you know what? People can't keep it in their pants. It's just frustrating, because I know people who go out with people and they have sex even before they go out, which just bothers me. Whatever happened to the whole, you're good, I want to jump your bones. Now it's just, you're attractive, I want to jump your bones. I really don't see that as a good reason for bone jumpage. So, pretty much, notepad, because they're useful. So, if you call another person a slut or whore, not only does that mean that you are a mean person, it means that you are elevating yourself to a position higher than them. So, you're basically saying that despite the fact that I'm a teen, despite the fact that my hormones say I want to go out and get some chicks, I'm not going to do that. Which is all fine and dandy if you don't do that. However, knowing teens, especially knowing guys, chances are you're not doing that. So don't do that. Don't call people names based on their sexual escapades, because chances are you're having them or will have them quite soon. Not to say that if your point is therefore invalidated, no matter what, if you, however, are going out and not doing stuff, good on you. Now, if your point is based entirely on sex, not the amount of sex, it's just kids are having sex, I'm just gonna say, get over it. While I do agree that it is horrible the amount of kids that I know that are sexually active, kids are going to do stuff like that. While it may not be sex, it's better than drugs, in my opinion. And we're not gonna stop kids from doing that based on certain techniques. For instance, one state has implemented, or had implemented, I don't know which state it was Michigan, or Missouri, or Minnesota, I believe it might have been Minnesota, implemented an abstinence-only sex education program, which, I guess, in theory, it would work. However, I'm going to liken that to communism, which in theory would work. However, we know that it kind of doesn't. What happened was that state had the highest teen pregnancy rate for, I believe it was 2009, and was the 5th highest state in rate of STDs. Obviously, that's not going to work. What we can do is to educate people. I'm a big fan of education because I love education. I'm actually shooting this outside of my high school. So, pretty much, get over it. Kids will do stuff that you don't like. However, it kind of makes sense to minimize what that is, and that's not, you shouldn't do this, so we're just gonna tell you that you're not gonna do it, and hope for the best. It's, you shouldn't do this, this is why. Just like, oh, here, don't put your hand on the stove. Most people would see that and be like, okay, I'm not supposed to put my hand on the stove. Why not? I want to find out for myself. However, you say, don't put your hand on the stove because your hand's going to burn off. They're going to be like, okay, I'm going to accept that as fact. Back to the teen sexuality thing. Another thing with that whole thing is when a guy goes out and gets a lot of girls, it's like, yeah man, you're great. However, when a girl goes out and gets with a lot of guys, it's like, you're a slut. Again, I'm gonna say double standard. Have I called double standard yet? I don't know if I have. So, the reason this is lame is because it just doesn't make sense. Because you know why? It doesn't. I've actually heard it likened to, if a key opens a lot of locks, it's a good key. If a lock is opened by a lot of keys, it's a crappy lock. This isn't true. While it may be true in the context of keys and locks, it's not true in the context of humans and emotions. Because at that level, pretty much everything, every metaphor that you can come up with breaks down. So, this is just my quite probably insignificant video telling everyone to grow up. So, this is the first in quite possibly a longish line of videos, quite similar to this one. However, I do promise that they will be much better made and much better thought out. However, I do feel as if this one has valuable points. Get over yourselves. Please.